How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Box to Box. We're here outside the Emirates Stadium for a big one, a big one. I'm with Alex from the COP TV. What are you saying, Alex?
My God, how are you, fella? Yeah, all good, man. Excited to be here again. 2 wins in 2.
Liverpool are always excited to play Arsenal. When's that going to change? That's the question I want to ask.
Well, that's the question you've got to ask your manager.
Does it feel like it's changing? Outside looking in at Arsenal?
Definitely. Listen, I obviously I have to give it the big one a little bit, but at the same time, if there's one team in the Premier League now to be feared, apart from us, it's you. You're second in the form table, 9 wins out of 11. So there's every reason to really fear Arsenal, actually, here at the Emirates. You beat Leicester, put them aside the other day. Leicester aren't what they were, no Vardy, etc. But Arsenal could have an amazing performance and Liverpool could do a dud like we did when we came here when we'd already won the league. We lost 2-1. I think Cecil told me earlier that's 1 win in 18 for Arsenal against Liverpool.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's not looking too great. Yeah. No, but seriously, I sound like Frank Lampard there, don't I? No, seriously, we're going to get relegated. But listen, every hope for Arsenal that they can get the top 4. I think they'll get it over United. But naturally, I don't want you to win on Wednesday.
Yeah, obviously. But listen, let's talk about Arsenal first. We're going to get into the game. You've mentioned things are changing, have changed. What do you put that down to? Mikel, Edu, the players, some part ownership? Like outside looking in, what's made this change come about?
I wouldn't say it's Edu. If anything, I think his actions have been more negative than positive since he's been at Arsenal.
But a lot of people put the signings, partly down to Edu as well.
That's it. And there's some slippery deals there that I think have gone through the net as well. He's signing players that have got the same agents and stuff like that. So I wasn't a fan of that necessarily. But what can I put it down to? It's time. I think Arteta is the right guy. He just needs time. And we're seeing now, you put together 9 wins out of 11, which is a run that's better than Man City currently on form, technically. Then you have to give him credit. As much as people have berated him at times, you have to now give him his flowers.
You said Arteta seems
but he needs to get 4th though. This is all in vain if he doesn't get 4th, because you know what it's like when things aren't going well. The negative press around, is Arteta the right man? I do think he is the right man, but he needs the time. And he's getting that now.
What makes you think, when did you start thinking he's the right man for Arsenal? Is it over the recent form we've had? Is it earlier in the season? Was it a long time ago?
I would say it was when you won the FA Cup, to be honest with you. Was that 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you beat us in a Community Shield. Nothing to be scoffed at. Arteta, listen, I've had my own dealings with Arteta in a barbershop about 10 years ago, where sitting next to him for 20 minutes, he was just signed for Arsenal, and I was bantering him about Everton. 20 minutes we were chatting for, and I said, is it alright if I get a picture? And he went, no, I'm getting my hair cut. So I was a bit like, I never went back to that barber again, actually. And then my girlfriend actually lived near him one time, and I seen him, so weird Lego head.
So you're looking for revenge on Mikel for that one time in the barbershop 10 years ago.
Yeah. You could easily just pay for my trim. No, I'm joking. But yeah, at what point? I think the FA Cup was a big marker for you. You're the most successful team in that competition. However, listen, if he gets 4th, then he really is the man to say, I know he's contracted already, but here's 2 or 3 years of real hope with you now. Let's push on, because I think if we go ahead if everything goes to plan and you do finish 4th, and we fast forward to next year and the year after, fingers crossed for you, you're looking at a really nice situation where all the big players want to come to you. You're getting Champions League, you're taking big scalps off the likes of us and City if you win tomorrow. But this is the most crucial part of Arsenal's and Arteta's tenureship so far.
Yeah, 100%.
This next couple of months, you have to get 4th, bro. I hate to say it, but most of it rests on that now.
Well, we won't know until come May 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th or 8th. It's so tight there that we won't know. But listen, you're a Liverpool fan. Liverpool and Manchester City have dominated this league for a good, 4 or 5 years now. Not only this league, Champions League winners Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
What does Arsenal need, outside looking in again, to catch up to the Liverpools and Man Cities of this league in terms of positional players this summer? What do you think Arsenal lack?
I don't think it's a matter of money, because Arsenal do spend money now. That was the one argument you could maybe bat against Arsenal for a while. Oh, they don't spend any money. But now you do. You spent the most last year, and it looks like it's working. The one thing it is with Arsenal, it's just the recruitment. Like, we can all spend money. Everyone spends money. Aston Villa spend money. But are you buying the right players? the campus that you've essentially got here is incredible. It's getting a clean, I heard, in the
this
summer.
This
Putting
summer.
the LED screens there as well.
Let's hope
I'm
so.
hearing.
Something nice.
Hope we can get some AFTV appearances on there, that screen.
Best bits. Jason, get the edits done.
Yeah, man. So everything's set up for you to be a real super, I'm not going to say super club, I'm going to say, because I don't like the word super in football anymore, I'm going to say great again, because Arsenal were just on the cusp of greatness in 2006, and now you've got to get back to that place and try and win something like the Premier League or the Champions League. How great would that be for this club? To win one of them two. And everything's set up. My original point was, let's look ahead 1 year and 2 years. If everything goes to plan, in 2 years we could be saying, wow, it's Liverpool and Arsenal and City that are fighting, or Chelsea have fallen off. We've seen what's happened to them recently. The future of Arsenal could be very bright, but again, it comes down to, can you finish fourth this season, get the money in, get the players in, and go again.
Listen, I'd love nothing more than in 2 years to be standing here with you saying, listen, are you not going to catch up to us? We'll see how them 2 years go and pan out anyway. Sticking on Arsenal, we've had a good few youngsters this season that have, stuck their head above and have really made the extra game time and the pressure and the experience count so far. Who is the main threat for you?
There is an argument to say Arsenal have got the best young squad in the Premier League right now. I think you are one of the youngest anyway. So naturally, you're looking ahead at good times with this crop of players. The one that stands out, are we talking English or are we talking youngsters? For me, it's Martinelli.
Okay.
I mean, I've been talking about this guy.
You sound just
for
like
some
Klopp.
time. I know.
You're doing the dirty work as well.
Tapping up. I'm outside. How about that? Cash me outside. Martinelli's the one. If I'm going to put my hat on one player who I think is going to have the best career out of Saka, Smith Rowe, these kind of guys, it'll be Martinelli, if I'm honest with you. And that's because he's going to end up at Liverpool now.
That's what I was going to ask next.
But yeah, I'd say him, but I can't discredit the work that Emil Smith Rowe's done. How he doesn't start more games for Arsenal is, well, I say it's crazy, but it's because Udgar's playing well. So you got to wait for him to mess up. It's like Gomez can't get in the Liverpool team, Konate can't because Matip hasn't messed up yet. Just became player of the month. So you've got a lot of ways that you can really hurt us. Lacazette scored the other day. From the back, you're scoring goals now as well. Thomas Partey looking good. So it is looking good for Arsenal.
No, it's nice to hear, because obviously over the years we've struggled to connect with our starting 11, let alone talk about depth off the bench. I mean, the other night against Leicester, we had Emil Smith Rowe and Pepe on the bench. It's been a few years since we've had players that I look at on the bench that could possibly make an impact coming off the bench. And slowly but surely, Tavares coming in for Tierney, Cedric in for Tomiyasu, who's done a great job over the last few games. And like you said, Emil Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, Pepe. It's looking good, but top four is vital. On to the game, Alex. How you feeling?
Listen, we've won 8 games in a row. The momentum is with both teams, really. So this is a head-to-head. It's like in boxing, somebody's always got to go. It's like two heavyweights coming together in terms of the form teams.
Right, Arsenal getting called a heavyweight now. It's all mad this season.
Arsenal are a heavyweight club. They're the third biggest club in England.
Well, yeah, by stature heavyweight, but by recent history.
You know me, I like to
more featherweight.
Yeah, no. I like to
take
include
it all
Arsenal
into
as
account.
one of the greats because you've still won more trophies than
it's
City and Chelsea.
It's only you guys and United.
Exactly. So it's top 3 business. So how's that game going to go? How am I confident? Yes, I am confident because of the form we're in. Diaz.
He's looked cold.
I have to talk about this fella right here, bro, because we've had the channel blown up recently. A load of Colombians who are loving watching him from abroad and are really into what he's doing at Liverpool. It's funny, I'm talking about our chances and Mr. DR himself walks past, but I'm sure he's had the text that I'm chatting smack outside of here. But Diaz is the star for me at the minute. I think Salah, yes, he scored a penalty the other day, but he's actually, performance-wise, not really been at it the last 3 or 4 weeks. Mane's in and out of 2, but for me, the one form player for us right now is Luis Diaz.
But there's not much to separate you and Man City. And on the Diaz transfer, he's hit the ground running. Manchester City went into this season without a striker. A lot of people had doubts about whether they can, continue their success. They're top of the league, but Liverpool have closed that gap. Is there a feeling that with the gap being closed, Diaz coming in, hitting the ground running, is there a feeling that this could be your year again? Or is it still very much, let's wait for Man City to trip up again?
I said before we signed him, we had maybe a 25% chance we were going to win the league. And I'm not saying that purely because of him we have a higher chance now. But in this run-in with the next 10 games, the form he's in, the way he's going to terrorise some teams, surely the percentage has to creep up a little bit. I don't know, maybe we're 35. I'm not going to say we're 50 or anything like that. No, I'm going to say we're about 30. We're improved with Diaz. And listen, the game against Arsenal on Wednesday will be a big test for you, obviously, but it's going to be a big test for us. The last time we came here in the league, there was no fans. We went away with a win. So Arsenal are desperate to win this game, but you're playing Liverpool. And like I said, if we start Thiago and Fabinho in the midfield, never lost the game when they both played, it could be a long night.
That's still going on. Listen, after saying Thiago's been a flop on the Big Six,
no one can tell me that.
And by that, it's because I hold him so highly that I still don't believe he has brought the Thiago I knew into Liverpool yet.
Bro, let me tell you, from someone who goes to every single home game and sees him, he doesn't really play in away games, to be honest, at the minute. It's only home. Has been injured, yes. I think the first 6 months was slightly disappointing, if I'm honest with you. But there was a load of pundits that were saying he slows down. No way.
No, I don't agree with that.
He's unbelievable.
I don't agree with that. 100%.
Hear this one. I'll even go as far as saying this. And again, this is almost like the Jeremy Lynch thing when he said about Arsene said I was the best. On the ball, technically, and I'm talking like people that can chest the ball and ping it back to someone 60 yards away. Him and Firmino, I would say, are the best two players at Liverpool.
I'd agree with you.
Technically.
I'd agree with you, 100%.
There's going to be people that don't agree with that, but technically on the ball, in terms of these guys grew up on the streets of South America playing on beaches.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
Thiago and Firmino, for me, and Firmino and Jota will both be on the bench, I think.
As will Nicolas Pepe. Let's see who makes the impact coming off, but we'll see. Where's this game won and lost? Like, where's the key battle on the pitch? Midfield,
midfield. Partey and who's going to start? Xhaka and Partey,
Xhaka and then
Odegaard.
Front,
See, that is a threesome there that is a lot more feared now than I think was maybe 2 or 3 months ago when they were all kind of out of form.
Yeah.
But Odegaard's unbelievable, really. He's keeping Emil Smith throughout the team. Partey very strong, but went missing a little bit. Got sent off here a few weeks ago against Liverpool, so he's got his own little battle to deal with there. But Thiago and Fabinho and Henderson with the energy, that's where the game's won and lost for me. Because up front we can both hurt each other.
Yeah.
We'll both probably score in this game, but it's the midfield, man.
Before predictions, any news on Salah's injury? Any update?
I don't think it's serious at all. He came off and Klopp was very much talking it down. If anything, he was probably just a bit tired, if I'm honest with you, and was quite happy to come off. He did the business, scored his pen. I think it was in the lead up to a pen, he got a little knock, but it's no muscle tears or anything like that. It's just a little knock. I mean, I played 7-a-side yesterday. Doyle, if you're watching this, mate, next time we play, I got one for you because he's given me a dead leg. The fleshy bit in the calf. He's done me dirty there. But anyway, he's a Liverpool fan, so
you let him off.
I'll let him off. You
let him off. Let's wrap up with predictions. Start with you, Alex. Give us your prediction.
I'm in the Lions' den now because you're asking me for a prediction. I'm surrounded by Arsenal fans. I've got Mr. Don Robbie who's doing this behind camera right now. So I'm going to go with a 4-0 Arsenal win. No, listen, I have to keep the same energy that I had. Cecil and I did a video recently on the COP TV. Make sure you go and watch that. And again, I don't want to look at him when I'm saying this, but I reckon we'll win 3-1. 3-1.
Listen,
I'm hearing a lot of kissing of teeth and this and that.
I get where the confidence comes from. I can understand that. And obviously,
it's going to be a tough game, though.
It's going to be a tough game. But listen, I'm going to predict 1-1. Reason being, I just think so far this season, teams outside the Big Six, we've done our job majority of the time. It's the teams in the Big Six that we've struggled with. And until that starts turning the corner, I can't really.
It's funny,
you've
got a show called The Big Six, but he struggled against the Big Six.
Yeah, we're lucky we do the business against the other teams and we're above a couple of those. Otherwise, that show would be paying every week. I'm going 1-1, and I'll take a point. If you couple that point up with the 3 against Leicester and then you go get 3 against Villa, 7 out of 9 this week.
That's a tough game though as well, by the way.
Of course it is.
That's almost as tough as this game, going away at Villa.
In a way, yeah. Obviously our history of Liverpool doesn't really bode well, but Aston Villa, since Gerrard's come in, they've picked it up and they're there or thereabouts mid-table. So we'll see how it goes.
It's going to be a tough game regardless. I'm not here saying it's going to be it could be a 2-1 you hit the post and to make it 2-2, and we run up the other end, and listen, you could also win. So feet are on the ground.
We'll see. We'll see. People, let us know in the comment section below. Score predictions, lineups, key battles, all of that. Love for the love as always. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and put the notification bell on too. Peace.